guys, so today we're going to be reviewing the Target exclusive Spider-Man and Marvel's MJ 2-pack from Spider-Man Homecoming. So before I get into reviewing the figures, I'm going to go on a mini rant here, and it's mainly just because I don't understand why we got MJ at this point. I think maybe in Spider-Man Far Away From Home she's going to play a bigger part, but in Homecoming she didn't really play that big of a part. I mean, his love interest was Liz, not MJ. So I would have preferred to see maybe a Happy Hogan figure, a Ned figure, a Tony Stark figure. I would have even loved to have seen another version of Vulture with the Michael Keaton head sculpt. So I think they definitely could have picked a different character to go with, but hey, this is what we got. I'm sure in upcoming movies she's going to play a huge role, so it'll probably all make sense then. So let's go ahead and jump into the review and talk about the figures. So as you can see, the Spider-Man figure, the big deal is that he has the yellow jacket on, and that's actually from a scene in the movie. He also includes a right-fisted hand and a left whipping hand, so you can have him with both whipping hands or both fisted hands. MJ has a right open hand and a left holding hand, although she doesn't come with anything to hold. MJ also comes with an alternate head where she has her hair tied back in a ponytail with a little smirk on her face, so you can have her looking happy, or you can have her looking kind of somber, I guess would be the word, or nonchalant, as she looked throughout pretty much the majority of the movie. So now that we see the accessories that are included, let's take a closer look at each figure, starting with MJ. Okay, so for the MJ figure, I went ahead and switched out the left hand and the head. This isn't a bad figure at all. She does not have double jointed elbows, which I think is a miss on Hasbro's part. Her jacket here is pliable, and it's more like a vest, basically. If you were to remove her arms, you can get this vest off and just have her basically with the sleeves of the jacket. So, you know, I'm not really sure how that would look, but you can do it if you're so inclined. Double jointed knees. Her foot will go back that far. She does have ankle pivot, and you can get her foot up about that high. She has on these boots with a heel, which makes her a little bit tricky to stand, but not too bad. I always have trouble standing the female figures for some reason, especially when they have heels on, but she's not too difficult to pose. With this head on, you can get her looking down pretty much all the way, and her ponytail is pliable enough to get her looking up a pretty decent amount. With the other head on, you can still get her looking down pretty good. But with this head on, her hair does seem to interfere a little bit with getting her to look up. She can still look up a pretty decent amount, but just not as much as with the ponytail version on. Okay, she's going to have torso swivel, no waist swivel. She has thigh swivel, double jointed knees, so you can get her leg back that far. And like I said, she comes with this optional hand where you can get her to hold something, although I don't know what she'll be holding, maybe other than a school book or something, which would have been nice if they would have included an accessory for her to hold. I do like the outfit that she has on. I think they did an amazing job with the face sculpt. It looks just like the actress. She also has a little watch on, her sleeves are rolled up. So as a figure, the only opportunity I really see here for improvement is double jointed elbows, but other than that, I think you guys are going to be able to get her into any pose that you want. I'm interested to see how her character develops in Far Away From Home. I think we'll probably appreciate this figure a lot more after seeing that movie, hopefully. So let's go ahead and take a look at Spidey. So with this Spider-Man figure, like I said, the big thing is just that he has the jacket on. You do get the little insignia from the school. And basically the way the jacket is, it's made in layers. So he has a hoodie on up underneath the yellow jacket. But the hoodie is not a full-on hoodie. You see that there's little slots on the back. Not really sure why they did that, because this potentially could have had some use for other figures. So you're not really going to be able to take the hoodie off and use it on another figure without having this jacket. Similar to the MJ figure, you can actually remove this piece of the jacket and the hoodie if you want to pull the arms off, but then when you stick the arms back on, you're going to have him in a spider suit with yellow arms, which doesn't make much sense, so there's no need to do that. If you bought this figure, you bought it because you wanted him in the jacket. So here we have him standing next to the Peter Parker figure from the Homecoming 2-pack that came with the Iron Man figure. So on the previous figure, the blue is a lot more vibrant, which I actually like. The lines are kind of a grayish, have a grayish hue to them. On the newer figure, it's a darker blue and the lines are outlined in black. As far as articulation, it appears to be pretty much the same body mold from what I can tell. You do have waist swivel, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. You can get his head looking up that far, down this much. And I mean, he has all of the articulation that you would expect. You can get him in a variety of different jumping poses and action poses. So in terms of articulation, the jacket doesn't really seem to hinder that too much. So I'm pretty pleased about that. You can swap out the head from the other 2-pack series, so if you want Spidey unmasked with the jacket on, that works out pretty well. A little bit loose, but not too bad. I mean, you can get him looking up that far, looking down that far. I believe, like I said, that it's the same body mold, so kind of what you would expect. And that's not too bad of a look for Peter Parker if you so happen to have this other head available. So for my final thoughts, I think that they did an amazing job with the face sculpt on the MJ figure. I'm just not sure that we needed an MJ figure right now. But not sad that we got her. I think they did a good job with her. Articulation is on point. The SpiderMan figure, again, great articulation. It's a tried and true, body mold that we've had. So you know that you're going to be able to get him into some good poses. Would have been nice if it came with the Peter Parker head, but it is what it is. So I got a feeling this is going to be one of those 2-packs that some people will pass on and they'll be able to do so without feeling too bad about it, and other people will want it. So I don't think this is necessarily a must-have set, but it's definitely appreciated for those of us that enjoyed the Homecoming movie. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time.